Well, what's up guys, it's Coach Nate and today I'm down at Great Britain Top Team Gym in Morden, which is a fantastic gym for mixed martial arts training. If you're in the area, make sure to check it out. Today I've got Yan Power with me and we're going to be looking at some different carrying variations. We are doing all of these with kettlebells today, but you can also do them with dumbbells if you haven't got kettlebells in your gym, whether that's at home or out. So we're just going to have a look at a number of different variations you can use. The simplest and pretty much the most common, which is fantastic just for working on posture, grip strength, which is really important for fighters and general population, is just called a farmer's carry. Okay, so all we're going to get him to do is pick up those kettlebells and just notice, perfect, he's done it for me. He's got into a good squat position when he's picking them up. Just stand back up without them for me. Good. If you struggle, because they're quite low, if you struggle to get down there and pick them up like that, what you can do is do like a split position. So you could go one in front, one behind, like this, and then drive them up. Okay, so just try that way for me as well, just so you can see. So one in front, one behind, good, core's tight. Main thing is that we're engaged and we're not yanking through the back, we're using our legs to stand up tall. Good, stand them up, perfect. Okay, cool. From this position, we want shoulders back, eyes straight forwards, and we're tensing, so we're nice and tight. We're trying to get as many muscles in the body engaged as we can. And important, on the kettlebell, we're not relaxed. I don't want it coming through the fingers. We want to try and maintain a tight grip, so we're getting our forearms working. Okay, super simple. All we're doing on this one is just working forwards. Nice, controlled, slow walking, okay? The key is that way he's not losing his balance. He's not falling backwards or sideways too much. Good, eyes up. Nice, so nice and controlled. It's not about rushing it. Okay, we can also, if you have got space in your own gym, you can work backwards. So now just walking backwards for me. Good, same thing here. It's going to be a little bit more challenging coordination-wise. Okay, this time we're going to land on the toe and we're going to move backwards through the heel. And you can see he's getting a little bit of natural shifting, which is fine. The goal is just to try and not move off balance too much as we're going through here. Perfect, okay? And relax as we come down, all the way back down again. So, you can work on that to build on your grip strength, get two reasonably heavy kettlebells. If you're limited in space, something you can do which is similar and is going to work on our core is just marches on the spot. So all I want him to do is shoulders back, and he's going to try and limit the weight pulling him off balance. Good, that's it, nice. Good, chest up tall, shoulders back. So this is a little bit more demanding from a balance perspective, because when we lift one leg up, he wants to shift over like that, okay? So he's got to work hard to maintain that balance. So if you don't have space to do actual carries forwards and backwards, then this is a great option and alternative. Thank you, boss. Well done. Cool. So the next, say, progression, if we want to focus a little bit more on stability, single arm, we're going to go into what we call a suitcase carry, okay? So imagine you're at the airport, you've got a heavy ass suitcase in one hand, and you're trying to not walk to your plane like this, okay? So he's going to set up the same, we're just going to pick one of them up this time, up to you, whichever one you want to pick up. Core's tight. Good, so exactly the same lift. Now, naturally, it's going to want to pull him. The heavier the weight, the more it want to pull him down. He's going to try and keep shoulders level, pinch back tight, core strong. If you want to get a little bit of tricep work, you can also try and squeeze, there you go, squeeze the tricep as well. And then we're doing the same. So nice and steady, walking forwards. He's going to try and pull him off balance a little bit more now. Good, nice champ, small steps, try and maintain. One thing you can do, if your gym has got flooring like this, then you can try and use a line to go on so that you're not going 1 foot either side of the line. And backwards for me. Good, keeping the chest big, keeping that grip strong. Grip's going to be fatigued by the end of this, but he's doing good for now. Good, that's it. Keep it going. Keep it going, nice. Keep it going all the way in, all the way in. Good, steady with the feet and chill, nice. Perfect. All good. Nice, big man. Okay, so that's a suitcase carry. You probably would go a little bit lighter on that than if you're doing both together, because what you don't want to feel is that it's so heavy that you're kind of really walking off balance. You want to be able to feel that you're walking comfortably and normal. Okay, the next one we're going to have a little look at, I'll give you a break, I'll jump in so you can have a rest for 1 sec, is called a wrap carry, okay? So instead of them being down here, we're going to bring them up into what we call our wrap position. So if I'm getting them up into position, we're going to have to kind of clean them to get them there. So if I set them up here, drive them up, and a little bit of power to get them into that rack. So in the rack position, we don't want them out here where they're gonna put a lot of strain on my shoulder and elbow. I want them in tight together, okay? So in here is exactly the same. Hands are tight together, core's tight, and then nice and control. I'm just working on that walking forwards and backwards, okay? Here is gonna put a little bit more strain on the shoulder. Again, we can work backwards on this one. So here my shoulders are working pretty hard. My core is still trying to work as well. And same as the last one, if you've got minimal space, you can just work on your marches on the spot, okay? Up and down. All right, so again, if we wanted to make that a little bit more core orientated, we could do the same thing, but we've just got one of them in that rack. So if I bring this one up, same thing now, my core's having to work a little bit harder because I'm off balance, okay? I've got one in one side and nothing on the other side. Okay, and same, working backwards. You get the deal. So all of these we can pretty much do with the single arm and a double arm variation. Okay, what we can also play around with there, we could have a really heavy kettlebell down in this arm and a slightly lighter one in this arm, okay? So these are the same weight, but for example, I might set this one up in my rack position, and then I've got a heavier one down here. So you can challenge yourself a little bit lighter with this one, okay? Core's nice and tight, and I'm still getting that same movement through here. Okay, working your distances. If you want to focus more on endurance, you're going to go for a longer distance. If you want to focus more on strength and grip strength, then you are going to work for a lower distance, okay? A shorter distance with heavier weight. The next one is just going to be, you happy getting into there? Yeah. So what we're going to do with Chris, we're going to go one arm overhead, so we're challenging shoulder stability a bit more, and then we'll go a little variation on that. So we grab that one up for me, champ. Good. Bring him in, nice, okay. Cool, so here, core tight, feet a little bit narrow, walking stance. And same, other arm can be out to the side for balance if we want to stabilize ourselves. And then we just go nice and controlled. Key on here, we're trying to keep this arm locked out as best as we can. Obviously, Chris is pretty tall. We want to make sure, importantly, we don't hit any ceilings. That's good, you're good, it's good. We just about cleared it. Good, stay there, lock it out, work it back for me. Good, nice, you're fine. Okay, he's keeping that core tight and he's trying to keep this locked, okay? Good, one more step back and relax, bring it to shoulder. Good, nice. Okay, all the way down for me. So that one there is gonna really challenge that shoulder stability as well as we're working through. If we feel a little bit tight and restricted, you're probably not gonna wanna do both together, but you should still be able to get one in nice and strong, okay? The last variation we're gonna have a look at is just with a little bit of kind of vibration. So what we can do is take a band. Okay, I'm gonna loop the band through the kettlebell. We don't want it so long that the kettlebell is gonna hit the floor. So what I do is I go through as such, and then probably try one more. Just try and make sure that it's level both sides. Okay, so then what Chris can do is pull these together. All right, he's got a little loop for his hand. There you go, boss. You got him? One hand? Yeah, one hand. We go chest up. Good, drive it up. So now, get them shoulders set. Good, nice and level. So now as he's walking, because it's got the resistance band, he's gonna get a little bit of bounce in there. So as he's walking, you can see that's gonna bounce. What we can add in is even create a little bit more tension. So all you're gonna do for me as you're going now is just kind of small up and down. So you're trying to purposely get a bit more bounce in there. Think of it going up and down to get your core working a bit more. Good, that's it, nice, get a little, and then we go backwards. Good, same, so just like little pulses through the arm, which means it's gonna get a bit more bounce through that kettlebell. And it's forcing our obliques to start working a little bit harder, okay? We keep going, a couple more steps back for me. Good, and relax, nice. Cool, so obviously with that one, we could do, I've only got one green band. If you wanted to get a little bit more bounce in it, you could use a less thick band. So, for example, we take that off and we use something that's not quite as thick, then it's probably going to get a little bit more bounce as it goes up and down. So we come into here, for example. Okay, so now I probably want to go a little bit further down it, as such. So now as I'm walking, there's a little bit more bounce in that kettlebell going up and down, which is forcing me to really get tight through the core. Okay, so if you want a little bit more bounce through the kettlebell, then just use a slightly less thick resistance band as you're working through the movement patterns. Cool, so that is a load of different carries for you to use in your programs. I use them a lot in my own programs because they focus on particularly a lot of grip strength, a lot of core stability as well, and getting that trunk working in different variations. Okay, so thank you very much, big man, for your help today. Excellent demos as always, and thank you to James for his excellent filming and capturing. All right, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel for more videos too.